Good morning, everyone. Excuse me, and good welcome to Monday morning's live stroll with Azra. Obviously, the lady of the moment. It is currently 5:14 a.m. in the UK, and it is a pretty chilly 5 degrees. So, yeah, if you wonder why I'm a bit raspy, you'll know why. It is quite cold this morning. It really is. What's everybody up to today? Is it just a normal working day, leisure day, nothing day? Are you going on holiday? Are you on holiday? And where are you watching from and what time is it? As usual, trying to interact as much as possible. Does really mean a lot to the channel, helps with the conversation, helps the channel move along during the stream, and obviously helps me as well. But for now, I'll just talk to you about Sunday for me. And we went to the cafe for breakfast, as we always do, which was all fine. But Julia and I, or should I say, Julia came across an email that the outlets that we've been to quite a few times before in Braintree had a discount weekend on. Now, you could probably say they probably upped the prices to bring the prices back down, but I don't think they had in some cases. Anyway, we spontaneously on Saturday evening said, should we go there? We've got to get a few bits anyway. Nothing major, but just some bits we needed. And we both said, yes, let's do it. So I phoned Mum and said, did you want to come with us straight from the cafe? To which she said, yeah, why not? So we had breakfast and we were heading straight over to Braintree by just after 9:30. We got there just before 10:30. And I kid you not, guys, it was obviously an hour there, or just under an hour there. We were back in Royston by 12:30. That's how quickly we got round yesterday. Not because there was rubbish, because literally we knew what we wanted to get and we got it. So for example, for me, I needed a new pair of brown shoes for my blue suit. The brown shoes that I had for the cruise, I think I must have had those since I was about 18. But I never wear them. So they were well past their sell by date. So we've got going to get rid of those. Got some nice pair of brown shoes. I bought myself a new shoe horn. I couldn't find any on eBay, but I found one there. £8. I thought, oh, I'll get that. It's easy, no stress. What else did I got a new aftershave, the new Hugo Boss, and the black bottle, and it smells absolutely divine. I must say, it smelled really nice. I didn't really need it. So if you were with me from the cruise, you will know I brought home 3 bottles of Paco Rabanne. But that was really expensive. Well, not on the cruise it wasn't, but I sort of used keeping that for best. But this Hugo Boss is pretty good, I tell you. So, it's just nice to have a couple of options. And then you may remember me saying yesterday morning I was a bit stressed because I tried to sort of light out at Mum's and ended up falling apart in my hand, one of these down lights. And I think, oh God, I've got to sort this out. Anyway, Julie and I had a look when we took Mum back yesterday, and thank goodness we got it all sorted out. So that was another little job done. And then we got home, just chilled out, went through what we'd bought, and then I was looking forward to watching the golf. United States versus Europe Ryder Cup. And, well, what a stressful afternoon stroke evening it became. It was just, I mean, how you can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, how they did, I'll never know. I mean, as you'll know, if you're a golfing person, you'll know that Europe did go on to win it. But it went down to the last 4 or 5 matches. US did really gave a good account of themselves, and fair dues to them for that. It was brilliant play by them, and would I be, talking about it in the same way had Europe have lost? It's difficult to know, isn't it? What I will say is, though, I would always say the factual information, and on the evidence of yesterday, United States deserves to beat Europe. Fact. And that is something that should not be overlooked at all. So, once I knew they'd retained, it was getting quite late in the UK, I think it's about 10, half 10, something like that. I said to Jude, I've got to go to bed, I can't do this another night. I'd stayed up the last few nights. So I'm going to watch the last sort of hour or so later on. And then obviously the celebrations after. But I know that, courtesy of notifications, that we did get the half point to win it as opposed to just retain it. So that was obviously all positive. What have we got here? Oh dear. So we are heading straight up towards the turn towards the high road at the end here. If you've been with me before, you will know exactly where we are. I'll tell you a couple of other things we did yesterday, and I should have said this, and that was very stressful. We did a US ESTA application yesterday. My goodness, how stressful is that? Wow, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I'm sure probably when I've done it before, it's probably been just as stressful, but it just seemed hard work yesterday getting it all done, and it kept on crashing out. But no, it's all done. Julie and myself are both authorised, so that's all positive. We can't do James's yet because his passport is expiring, so we've got to get that sorted out. But Julie and I are all good now for the next 2 years, which allows us the 2 trips that we've got planned to the US. Who knows, might be another surprise. I doubt it, but you never know. Come on. Not there anyway. Okay, so this is the only open pub in the village at the minute, the Black Horse. I will show you the Dolphin, which I've been showing you sort of steadily being renovated. I will show you that as we go past, because I noticed as we drove past yesterday, all the scaffolding come down, and they really had sort of taken a lot away from the building, so you could see a lot more of it now. Bit of a shame, and I don't know if I've mentioned it to you before, but we used to go there to the dog cafe, which is where they had sort of an enclosed sort of garden, and you could take your dog and they could just run freely in a group, which is all good for the socialisation. And the new landlord has decided to pull the plug on it, which is a real shame. And I've seen obviously on the WhatsApp people sort of trying to scurry around trying to find a different venue. Come on, Azra. This side. Trying to find a different venue. It doesn't bother Julie and I hugely because we didn't go as much as we once did. So I'm not overly worried about it, but I think it is sad for the people that were going every week, because there were some elderly people that probably was good for them to get out and all that sort of stuff. So, I do feel sorry for them actually. But maybe something else will come up. You just don't know, do you? You just never know what's around the corner. One door shuts, another one opens. Life is full of opportunity. I think that's what they say, isn't it? Come on, Azra. Okay. So one thing I was talking to you guys about last week was the lives during the week and sort of numbers and what have you, and it is fast becoming clear that during the week is hard work, especially with it obviously being dark now in the mornings. Obviously when it was lighter, it does make it a lot easier. We've got a few people watching this morning, so it's not a major drama, and it's quite nice to sort of keep in contact with everyone. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Do like and subscribe, does mean a lot to the channel. This is Azra. If you are interested, guys, yesterday we did a live stroll in Cambridge, which you may or may not have seen. If you haven't, do look back on the channel, it's there. There is a vlog coming out where I've put the live stream alongside the Azra cam, and the Azra cam is a new DJI Nano camera, which you can connect up to her collar with the magnet. And I thought it'd be quite fun actually, just for people to sort of see the stroll from her perspective. And I watched the footage back and I've sort of connected it together, and it's all right. It's all right. It's good fun. I think I might do some more of those in due course. But for now, it should be going live on the channel tonight, I believe. So if you are interested, have a look at that. And trying to sort of marry it up exactly was pretty tough, but I think I got it, pretty close for you all. So have a look at that. But yeah, and I think the actual footage just of the Azra cam is actually on the channel already. That went live last night. So if you are interested in just seeing that, go to the channel. One of the latest vlogs that's on there. Had a few views last night and what have you. So yeah, have a look at it if you're interested. Alright, so we are now a minute or so away from the pub I was telling you about. And as I say, it was in desperate need of being freshened up. I think that's the best phrase. It seems like they've gone a little bit further than just freshening it up, to be fair, from what I've been told. And I've seen some pictures and it does look pretty amazing in there. It was one of those situations where I think it had been left to sort of decay a little bit too long, and it was just apart from the fact that the landlady who now has moved to somewhere else was lovely, it was, yeah, a bit old and dishevelled. Anyway, here we are, the dolphin. Can't really see in there too much actually. To be honest, yeah, I can't really see in there. Got some nice new sort of tables and chairs here. These are all new along here. Definitely, I know that. Can't really see in there. Well, maybe a bit better. Yeah, you can see in there as well. And then this is obviously all the car park and everything, still all caged off and what have you, the electric points over there. So yeah, it'd be interesting. That's supposed to be opening up sometime in October. I'm not sure there's been an actual date released yet. I noticed they'd put something on the Facebook channel about someone in the local community coming to cut the red tape on it. And there was always you get some silly comments, don't you, about people. Wait, Azra. People think they're more important than they are in the community, I think, at times. I mean, some of the people You know, they just were people from the street. You know, I think when they ask for something like that, it's like the mayor or someone who's well respected within the community, not just like me, nobody in the community. You know, I wouldn't put my name down to cut red tape. I'm a nobody. Yes, I do a lot of this, and you know, promote the village and everything around it. Of course I do, but in the grand scale of it, guys, I'm a nobody. Anyway, so we'll see what happens there. And if I can, I'll do a little video vlog, short, whatever, when it reopens. And yeah, we'll go from there. So the Euro Disney trip is now 25 days away. I'd like to mention that because I'm looking quite forward to it, actually. I'm looking forward to it, especially once we're on the Eurostar. Just sitting down and chilling out and not worrying about it until we obviously have to swap over at Little Europe. That'll be obviously slightly stressful, but only because we've never done it before. It all looks very, very, very well organised from that point of view. I've just heard the queues on the Eurostar are a bit busy. Anyway, that's life, isn't it? We'll deal with it. And then so once we're on. So we've got two nights in Euro Disney. We're staying at Santa Fe, which is one of the lesser hotels, but I've watched quite a few recent videos of it, and I think the general consensus is spend less, because all you're doing is using it as a place to put your head down, so you've got more money to spend in the parks. And that's sort of where I am with it at the minute. I do like a little bit of memorabilia. Not so much the Disney stuff, but maybe the Marvel and the Star Wars stuff is what I'm really excited about. And so I might add to my ever-growing collection of Back to the Future, James Bond, Star Wars and Marvel. Probably the 4 biggest movie franchises you can have. And I like all of them. Not so much DC, guys, so don't judge me. Marvel is better than DC, though. Right. So coming into the village centre now. The road to the left is completely shut at the minute for the next few days. Thank you for the like. Good morning to people leaving some comments. As you will see, guys, I'm not giving you the running commentary of the village every single morning, purely simply because you've heard it all many times before. I might do it a couple of times a week, purely simply because if you are a regular viewer, which some of you might be, you get bored. We've got a few people sort of on the watch now, so if you are new to the channel, welcome. Do like and subscribe, hit the old bell button. We do try and do these lives every day. There is discussion whether we start doing it sort of perhaps just maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the weekends, or maybe Tuesday, Thursday and the weekends. I don't know, I need to think about it really. Problem is I do quite enjoy doing it. Even though sometimes you think to yourself, oh, there's not many people watching, I do enjoy sort of socialising and interacting with people. Thank you very much for the subscription. Really appreciate that. Remember to hit the bell as well, because then you'll know when we're live. And we don't always come out this early. Certainly Monday to Friday we do. But at the weekends we're trying to come out a bit later. But even on Saturday when I came out about 6:30, it was still dark, and it's going to get worse. Almost Sunday's become the best day of the week. Come on, Azra. to do these. We're going to cross over so you get a different perspective of the village. Come on. Because you're always on the left-hand side. I'm not going to do the wooded area this morning. And that's purely and simply, guys, I left my dog walking shoes in the car. So I've got better trainers on today, so I'm sticking to the paths. So if you wonder why we're sort of cutting that little corner off, if you have been with us before, you will know. That is the reason why. Come on, Azra. Right, we've got a car coming. Now, if any of you were with us yesterday for the Cambridge Live, and if you weren't, make sure you watch it. Because it was quite good. You will see what Azra is like with cars and other dogs. She was horrendous yesterday. But, you know, Cambridge is a city. Come on, Azra, on the path. Good girl. Cambridge is a city. And as such, it was busier than obviously just around the village. I mean, that's very rare to have sort of 3 or 4 cars go past in quick succession. It really is. And then she saw some more gym dogs. She just gets overexcited, guys. She just wants to play, but it comes across as very overzealous. And that's why we have to just sort of be a bit careful. As I was explaining earlier on the dog cafe, you're in a controlled atmosphere. She knew the dogs. She loved going there. I mean, she literally loved going there. As soon as she pulled into the car park, she knew where she was going. In fact, all you had to say was, that's where we're going, and she knew. So I don't want to keep saying it, because she gets herself excited. You know, the old head would turn and all that sort of stuff. Quite incredible. Quite incredible, guys. Okay. So if you have been a regular viewer over the last sort of few months on these lives, you will know that the white building in front is where we used to come out from doing the country walk. Now, as much as I can still do the country walk, because of the lighting, it's just not feasible anymore. It really isn't. And this is why we have to sort of do this walk where we've got the help of street lights and stuff like that. It just helps. You can still see Azra. You can still listen to me if you choose, or mute me, whichever you prefer. You know, and that's why I begrudgingly don't want to sort of stop doing the lives unless I really have to, because, you know, we've grown the channel together, you guys as well as myself, and it's a lot of these sort of lives that have done it. If I'm honest with you, the lives have been probably my single biggest weapon with my channel. Before, during and after the cruise. The cruise, the channel exploded and it was amazing, as you would expect. But then the vlogs that I did each day as well were very popular as well. But the lives I was doing every morning when I was doing my morning walk on the ship, I was doing lives because they had the internet. And people really embraced it, you know, and it was really, really good, you know, for the channel. As I say, we have got some exciting stuff in the next few years lined up, and that's the stuff we know about. You know, we have got pre-planned the next 4 holidays, I think, over the next 2 years, and that's without doing any day trips, anything else that we might do as well, which obviously, if you've watched the channel, you'll know very spontaneously we will go out and do stuff. Come on, Azra. So when we get to the turn here, guys, we'll probably call this one a day. Thank you very much for viewing, and if you have subscribed, thank you very much. Do like and subscribe, it does really mean a lot to the channel. We are out every morning about this time. It was slightly later this morning, purely and simply I got up and because I was watching the golf, I'd forgotten to load the dishwasher. And the kitchen looked like a bomb, didn't it? I must say, it really did. I just had to sort it out before I went out, and it looks a million times better now than it did. I do try and be as tidy as possible. People that know me may not agree with that, but I do like to try and be as tidy as possible when I can. Come on, Azra. Good girl. So yeah, when we get to the top of this road, guys, we'll call it a day. Gives me a few minutes to chill out before I get home. Gonna have my cornflakes, strawberry yoghurt, psych myself up for the day. As I say, probably watched the last hour of the Ryder Cup as well that I was talking to you about earlier on. So yeah, it's been good interaction this morning, a few bits and pieces. Peaks and troughs of people watching the live, which again is always nice. I know it's not always going to be flat out busy, but it's just quite nice to have a little bit of interaction, people watching. Right, let's just step aside because there is a car, not even a car, it's a lorry. Go on, Azra, good girl. Right, guys, or should I say, ladies and gentlemen, let's be polite, be politically correct. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate it. And we will reconvene tomorrow. Cheers, guys.